Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. Guys, the newest episode of The Flash, Season 2, Episode 6, entitled Inner Zoom, has just finished airing on TV, and I'm here to review / just talk about the episode. So if you have not seen the newest episode of The Flash, Inner Zoom, click away now, because I'm going to get into heavy spoilers. On this episode. Okay, are you gone? Okay, let's jump into it. So the quick thing I want to talk about real fast before we get to the actual portion, the big chunk of this episode, which was insanity, is the fact that they teased on Earth 2, which is where Jay Garrick's from, and where this new Harrison Wells is from, is that Robert Queen, aka Oliver's dad, is the Arrow in that universe, and actually Oliver Queen died on the boat trip, essentially out in the middle of the ocean. So instead of his dad dying, Robert Queen, Oliver Queen's dad, is the Arrow in Earth 2. So there you have that. I really don't know what if that's going to play into the crossover with Arrow and all that kind of stuff in a couple of weeks, but it was freaking awesome nonetheless. Okay, so let's get into the actual main portion of it, which is Zoom. Oh my god. Okay, so they said this episode's Inner Zoom, and they kind of teased Zoom's going to be popping up, but they took it to a whole new level. Like, literally, they should have called this episode, Zoom is going to be doing some fucked up shit. Sorry, I had to say that, because it is true. Holy crap. So, number one, they teach Linda, to basically pretend to be Dr. Light, because the actual Dr. Light escaped. So we're teaching Linda how to use these kind of fake beams or whatever to use against the Flash in order to lure Zoom onto Earth 1, and it didn't work out. And of course, this doesn't go over well with the group, but it is what it is. But then Zoom finally shows up. He finally shows up, and Barry and him have kind of a standoff. And then Barry was trying this whole thing, okay, well, I'm going to use the serum, try to slow him down, all that kind of stuff. And they got into a big fight, which was really awesome. But they teased it, they kept teasing, and they finally get to the actual fight. Now, here's where things get so out of whack that I literally was, for like 10 minutes, is because Zoom kicked Barry's ass, essentially. He kicked the Flash's ass. He didn't stop there. He freaking stole Barry, ran to the freaking newspaper place where Linda and Iris work, essentially the what's the freaking city they live in? Central City. I'm trying to remember the name of the city. The Central City newspaper essentially went in there in front of all those people with the Flash holding him and picking up and holding him like, you think this is your god or something like that, basically saying, look at your god, look at your hero, holding him up. He is all bloodied up. Oh, it's bad. Zoom is just getting harsh. He doesn't stop there. And after he shows off in front of Iris and all these people taking videos and pictures of freaking Zoom holding up Barry bloody and all this kind of stuff, he zooms off to the police station in front of Patty, which we kind of are thinking, well, maybe does Patty get an inkling of who the Flash is, if she thinks Barry's the Flash? But in front of Joe West, okay? In front of his basically dad, in front of all the police officers, holding Barry up and then stopping all the bullets with his other hand while he's holding Barry, drops the bullets and flies away, runs away, and then he shows back up at Star Labs, and then he just takes off Barry's mask, and he basically just hits him like kind of how he hit Jay. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, so he poked Jay in episode 2, and we saw kind of like their whole ordeal with Jay Garrick's Flash and Zoom are fighting, and then he does the same thing to Barry, and I'm thinking, oh god, he took his speed. That's what I assumed. And then Zoom gets hit with an actual dart from Cisco and runs away. I really thought when he fell to the floor, I really thought, unveil him, who is he? And he ran away, of course. Then at the end of the episode, Barry wakes up, and Cisco touches his leg after he's laying down in this hospital bed, essentially, in Star Labs, and essentially says, I can't feel my legs. So this is worse than the Jay Garrick situation. Jay Garrick lost his speed. Barry can't feel his legs. Oh my god. What's going to happen next? Okay, we're close to the mid-season finale. He has to get his speed back. There's a crossover coming. But it's insanity that they took it this far. I was blown away by this episode. A few other things to really note, because this was I knew this was going to be a heavy Zoom review, but it really was the highlight of the episode, for sure. A couple other things that really stood out to me was the Sisko and Harrison Wells kind of deal, where Sisko was trying to vibe off of Harrison Wells. He kept trying, was failing, and eventually he got that vibe seeing Zoom holding his daughter capture and finding out. And we also teased Jesse Quick, which is another speedster, and the fact that it's Harrison Wells' Earth 2 daughter, so that's pretty interesting. So seeing Sisko kind of do the whole dynamic to finally get that vibe off of him and all that kind of stuff, to kind of see that kind of reveal. And also, Harrison Wells is, for this episode, before you see the reveal of why he's on Earth 1, which was essentially to stop Zoom, he wasn't sent here like all the other people from Earth 2 to kill Barry. Well, he says he wasn't, but he's saying, I came here to try to stop Zoom with Barry, and it's not working out. He leaves. But overall, this was a fantastic episode. When they said enter Zoom, I was thinking, okay, Zoom's going to pop up. And they kept teasing it. They kept waiting. Just finally, when Zoom and Barry face to face, they go to break. I'm like, they finally get to it. This episode was amazing. The CGI was fantastic. The storytelling was fantastic. Barry and Patty freaking kiss again, which was, there you have it. But overall, this was a fantastic episode. This was personally probably my favorite episode of season 2. Definitely, for sure. It was really dramatic, and the tension was insane. What do you guys think of Enter Zoom? Did you like the episode? What was your thoughts about it? What was your favorite part about Enter Zoom? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I really enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see what next episode's all about. Thank you guys for watching my review for this episode. Peace out.